There's a phase of life that doesn't feel like failure, but doesn't feel like progress either. And that's usually where real change starts. If you're there right now, not dramatically, of course, just quietly unsure, like your life doesn't feel wrong, but it also doesn't feel right anymore, this video is for you. Because there's a version of this in between that doesn't get talked about much. It's not chaos, it's not rock bottom, it's something much subtler. It's when the life you built no longer fits who you're becoming. And if that's where you are, I want you to hear this clearly. This window isn't failure. This is what transition actually looks like. The disorientation. Real change doesn't start with clarity. It starts with disorientation. There's a phase nobody prepares you for, the space between letting go of who you were and becoming who you're meant to be. It doesn't feel exciting. It feels like you're standing in fog. Maybe it's your career. You spent years climbing the ladder, and you reached a level of success you once dreamed of. But now, when you wake up on a Monday, the drive is gone. The work that once felt like a calling now feels like a cage. And you catch yourself wondering, is this all there is? How did I get here? Or maybe it's a relationship, a friendship or a partnership that's been a cornerstone of your life. Nothing dramatic happened, but something certainly feels different. The conversations don't flow the same way. You feel lonely even when you're together. You've outgrown the roles you used to play for each other, and you don't know what comes next. The things that used to motivate you don't do it anymore. The old goals feel very distant. The old identity feels way too tight. And the new one, it's nowhere to be seen. It hasn't fully formed yet. So you start asking yourself, what am I even doing? Why does everyone else seem so certain? And maybe the worst one that I hear, did I miss my chance? Here's what I see over and over. This phase only shows up when you're outgrowing your old life. You don't feel this way because something's wrong. You feel this way because your internal compass is recalibrating. And that's unsettling because what used to pull you forward no longer does. And what's next hasn't shown up or started pulling yet. If you're in the foggy middle right now, there may already be something you know you've outgrown. A belief, a role, a pace, a version of yourself. You don't need to explain it. You don't need to justify it. Just noticing that truth is enough. Often, that's the first quiet landmark in the fog. The pattern. Think about it. Every meaningful shift in your life probably followed this same pattern. Before clarity, there was confusion. Before alignment, there was discomfort. Before momentum, there was stillness. We just don't talk about that middle part. Instead, we're taught to panic there, to rush it, to label it as wrong, or to distract ourselves with noise, with busyness, with other people's expectations. So we don't have to feel that uncertainty. But this phase isn't asking you to rush. It's asking you to pay attention. Because when the noise quiets down, when the old scripts stop working, you finally get access to something you've been too busy to hear. What you actually want, what you're done tolerating, and what no longer feels true. Let me reframe that for you. This isn't the phase where everything makes sense. This is the phase where the right questions begin to surface. And if you're here right now, not who you used to be, not yet who you're becoming, I want you to know something. You're not behind, you're not broken, and you're not failing at life. You're in the foggy middle. And while it doesn't look like momentum from the outside, this is often where real momentum quietly begins. Like a seed beneath the soil, doing its work out of sight. It looks like nothing is happening, but everything is happening below the surface. I would like to give you permission. If this feels like it's describing your life right now, you don't need to fix it. You don't need to force clarity. You just need to stop treating the fog like a problem and allow it to be a space of transition. The work isn't about finding yourself as if you were lost. It's about learning to listen differently, especially when things get quiet. And if this kind of conversation helps you feel a little more grounded, a little less alone in the middle, you might want to subscribe, not because you need more answers, but because you don't have to walk this part alone. You're not alone, and you're probably closer than you think.